Welcome to Shadowblade Ninja build, you cheeky sneaky bastards. DPS late game with tons of mobility, high DPS, teleport per turn and using obscurity to its advantage. True bloody ninja, ain't it? I wanted to see if this could solo last boss, but my game is bugged at the moment in a bad way. Most of the time when hit by special arrow or a spell my character strips itself naked. Goddamn skank. So testing is limited. Anyway, it's a ninja build, what else you want me to say? Let's get to leveling process and gear. Fighter, rogue and one class that has access to fog cloud. I went with Tempest Cleric. 6 levels of fighter to get extra attack and 2 feats. Champion subclass for better crit chance. 5 levels of rogue to unlock thief subclass, get to 3d6 sneak attack dice and uncanny dodge, ain't that bad as well. Thief subclass for that additional bonus action we are gonna need. War Cleric for Fog Cloud would be ideal, but no access to Fog Cloud unfortunately for that Cleric subclass. In what order to level is completely up to you. 6 levels fighter is probably most efficient to go for and afterwards multiclass. If early on ninja style is more your thing, then play as thief first, but be warned that items needed to make this playstyle can be acquired during mid act 2 and onwards. Here's the thing about gear. Eversight ring should be working, but it doesn't, and because of it Helldusk helmet is required to see through blindness in a fog. Before you ask, Devil's Sight from Warlock doesn't remove blindness in a fog. If Eversight ring wasn't bugged, then Servok helmet would be used to reduce required dice roll for crits to 15. Before acquiring these two helmets, Covered Cowl from Act 2 is great. Cloak of Cunning Broom is crucial as it creates fog upon disengaging. Now you get why Thief subclass is great for this build. With disengage as bonus action we can create fog every turn. I call it the smoke bomb. Fitting for a ninja. With Helldusk helmet we won't be affected by blindness. Eversight ring should provide the same benefit if it wasn't bugged. Armor that fits the theme is Dark Justiciar half plate due to advantage on stealth checks and constitution saving throw checks, which helps in maintaining concentration. Helldusk gloves for extra damage. Boots of very fast blinking for misty step per turn, allowing maximum maneuverability. Amulets like Broodmother Revenge and Amulet of Greater Health. If going with the latter, then dump constitution when respecking. Shadowblade and Strange Conduit rings. If Eversight was working, then I'd use it instead of Strange Conduit. Deadshot bow for increased crit range. Bloodthirst with Shadowblade is the combination, but make sure to switch Shadowblade to main hand upon summoning it. When Shadowblade concentration is broken, equip Knife of the King. There is one more item that works amazing, but honestly I got no clue if it is just bugged or completely useless. Resonance Stone grants buff Stepped in Bliss, which makes everyone vulnerable to psychic damage. However, buff is removed upon long rest and Resonance Stone becomes useless afterwards. Would be perfect for Shadowblade except when fighting Mind Flayers. If the stone gets reworked and Larian lets the buff remain permanently as long as stone is in the bag, then definitely have it in the inventory except when fighting Mind Flayers. How to play this build? 2 ways. One is with Shadowblade. Summon it, switch to main hand, get to the enemy and use cunning action disengage.
You were witnessed assaulting someone.
Attack enemies in the fog. Potion of speed or haste spell are highly recommended. Second way is when Shadowblade concentration is broken. Equip Knife of the King where Shadowblade was, lay down Fog Cloud and go to work. Enjoy all the crits. Don't forget also about Misty Step as it is available each turn. You can teleport behind enemies and lay down fog each turn as bonus action. If that ain't ninja, I don't know what is. Thanks for watching and see you soon.
I don't need any attention right now.
Picks a fight.
Time to press ahead.